Hey, guess what, guys? We're back again. The Coon Prairie Ramblers here on WFLN 1480, Arcadia's only radio station.
News and radio.
You did that like you done it before.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Like a professional.
Ooh, you ain't just a whistling Dixie.
Hey, Whistling Dixie.
What?
What does that make you
that
think about?
Reminds me of statues.
Yeah.
Statues.
What a segue.
That's right.
Well, they did it again. I saw it on Facebook.
Who are they?
They took down the big boy statue.
Who are they?
Whoever doesn't like Big Boy.
The theys who are behind the masks.
Yeah. The big boy out in California?
Yeah, Big Boy. You know, the Big Boy sandwich.
Holding the hamburger?
Yeah.
I saw him picture him taking down Colonel Sanders. They didn't like it because he was a Kentucky colonel.
Did he own slaves?
Probably.
No.
They did.
He lived in modern times.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to have to draw the line because they're talking about Washington and Jefferson, on the
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, what started all this?
Some mean people.
What particular statue or what was the first thing they went after? I don't remember.
Or
Charlottesville?
Was it Charlottesville?
They've been hollering about.
They've been complaining about it.
Yeah, but the start. I'm talking about the
south
genesis of all this that's currently happening.
Yeah, what is it? I'm trying to think. What is it? What was it?
I don't know.
It makes you wonder, hey, where was all this hatred and fear of statues the last 8 years?
Yeah.
Where was that at then? All of a sudden, we get a new administration, all of a sudden the statue's got to go.
Yeah.
We can't have that. Trump's a racist.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're going to erase it all by taking down all these statues.
Mealy-mouthed weasels.
We're going to change history, but we ain't going to change it.
They're going to hide it is all they're going to do. They're going to hide it. Yeah. Well, my feelings are that they're going to keep erasing and erasing. We can't have none of this southern stuff. Got to get rid of it. Got rid of it. One day I'm going to say slavery. Huh? Never heard of it.
Yeah. Oh, and they're even talking about up in Atlanta, the Big Rock.
That's right.
Stone Mountain.
If they take out Stone Mountain, they ain't going to do that because that's their cash cow right there.
Yeah.
Because there doesn't be no reason to go to that park and look at a big rock sticking out of the ground and spend money at a little park there for refreshments and ride the little train around or whatever. They ain't going to do that because that's a cash cow for them.
Yeah. And they'll be standing at the gates with their guns if you come after that one. You're going to have to do that from the aerial.
Who owns that?
I think it's a park.
Well, if it's a private company,
I thought it was a park.
Yeah.
You forget that. I mean, you can't go on private.
I thought it was a park.
I bet they'll still try to raise Cain about it.
Well, they can, but I don't think they'll have any leg to stand on.
Any statues around here that's objectionable?
Yeah, Ponce de Leon and
Ponce de Leon? No.
Hernando de Soto.
Oh, they're going to change the name of our county.
That's right.
Change it from De Soto
Columbus.
That's right. Hey,
Ohio.
My town of Columbus, we got a big old statue.
That's right. We can't have that. We can't have that.
They're going to change the name from Columbus, Georgia to something else, Georgia?
Colombo, Georgia. Put up a statue of Lieutenant Colombo. Yeah. Excuse me, just one more thing. One more question.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, DeSoto County. Well, we done picked the wrong name.
Well, not really, because that won't happen. Because DeSoto, Columbus, Ponce de Leon would be offensive to Native Americans, and it's okay because this ain't got nothing to do with general racism.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You can get mad at me if you want to.
It's got to make me mad.
It's got to do with blacks complaining.
Yeah.
They're not complaining about all things that are offensive. Things that are offensive to
so they don't care
black.
About.
They don't. You ain't heard anybody say, "Oh, let's get rid of Ponce de Leon.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of this," and they're not.
And they're not complaining about the Florida State,
the Seminoles,
yeah,
well,
Redskins,
the Seminole
Chiefs
tribe,
agreed
that they are in favor of having the Florida State Seminoles. They endorse it.
Yeah. All right.
But they're already starting to tear down other statues and splash paint all over others, Columbus and others.
Illegally. I mean, this is
I know
wrong what they're doing. I mean, they have no authority to go, throw a rope and knock some.
Well, some of them, but some of them have been taken down by the
The
government authority.
So what
Yeah.
Alabama passed a law that they said they're going to protect all that.
I've seen that. I don't know if that's true or not. It might just be something floating around on Facebook or not.
Maybe it's
And out in Texas, they said they're going to shoot anybody that touches a statue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be good.
So what's going to be what's the percentage of this country's Latinos, Mexicans, whatever you want to call them? What's the percentage, you think? Is it a large
Probably
percentage?
30, 40%.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to say,
like
well, we're offended. You got to go out there and you got to knock down the Alamo now.
Yeah.
Let's see that happen one time.
They're going to lasso that and pull it away with a car.
I think it'll turn out more in our favor this time.
That's what I'm talking about. If the massacre will go in a different direction.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
The Alamo. I saw the Alamo when I was in basic training, and I was deeply saddened that it wasn't out like in the movie.
Well, it was
at one time.
It's in the middle of a city with high-rise.
That's exactly right.
Well, it wasn't when that happened. There was no high-rise apartments.
No, and it was much larger. All that's left now, I think, is the chapel.
Yeah.
But the long barracks, and that's why it fell. They only had 180 something people to
4,000.
They needed 1,000 people to defend that. It was so big, and they just got overrun.
Yeah. It was neat to see, but when you get outside and you look around, it's sitting right down in the middle of a city.
What city is it in?
San Antonio. And there's statues there of the heroes of the Alamo. Somebody going to tear those statues down too?
Yeah.
Davy Crockett?
Yeah, Bowie and Travis and all of them.
Don't get too far off and start chasing rabbit. But that's a ragtag bunch of people.
Well, they was. They wasn't no army. They didn't march.
They were
some were Indian fighters and stuff, but
Travis was a failure.
That's exactly right.
I mean, he was a dismal failure at almost everything he tried to do until he got put there, and he failed there.
If not for that, we'd have never heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And which was Davy Crockett or Bowie? Which one was a congressman?
Crockett.
Crockett, yeah.
Bowie was a slave owner.
He was a
gambler and
knife fighter.
He
invented the Bowie knife.
Him and his brother, I think. Some give credit to the brother too.
Bowie knife far enough to save the Alamo.
He was real sick anyhow. So.
Anyhow, that's another subject for. Remember the Alamo Day in March.
Yeah.
When March gets here, we'll remember the Alamo.
We'll try, yeah. And then the Maine, when the Maine gets
remember
here.
the Maine. Well, I don't know anything about the Maine.
Oh, well. Remember the Bismarck? When that
what are we talking about?
Oh, statues.
The statues.
Confederate statues.
Well, we don't have any of the Confederate statues here in DeSoto County, do we?
No, not in DeSoto County, but
we did. We have a little bit of action here.
That's what we want.
I don't want to see
There's
it.
a lot of graves that are marked with Confederate flags year round. DeSoto County has about 70 Confederate veterans.
Yeah.
You see, people have no right to intrude on private property and try to change that.
That's
if
right.
somebody wants that, that's fine.
That's desecration is what that is.
And I don't have a Confederate flag in my yard or anything else. I'm not going to. But if I wanted to, that's my prerogative.
Yeah.
And
That's
nobody's
right.
got any business other than hating me.
That's right.
Jacking with it.
They have the right to
Leave
do
it
that.
alone.
Yeah.
Don't like
You
it.
got a right to
don't
leave
look.
it alone.
Don't
You got a
look.
right to hate me, but just keep riding.
Then you can ask them, well, what is it you're actually hating about me? Just because what is it? What is it? Specific name it. A lot of these people are hard pressed to really name what their beef is.
Yeah, it's all about controlling the news,
Yeah.
diverting the news from the real topics or whatever, and just going into this mob mentality.
Hey, we just living in a crazy time right now. I'm gonna tell you.
That's right.
I mean, it's troublesome. If you ever heard of troublesome times, they're here.
It reminds us of the 60s,
Yeah.
the mid-60s, civil rights era with all the race riots.
It's glad it wasn't in France during the Revolution. Holy cow.
Yeah, you'd have been over there eating
You
snails
could
and
have
stuff.
been Jackson of Arc.
Well, we're going to have to get the Mel out of here and get the Luke out of here and get the KC out of here. So we'll be back in a short with segment 3. Y'all stay put.